Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back everyone to my lazy channel again. As always, I'm late to the party. Congratulations. Surprise, but no surprise. That's me. I recorded a video a couple days ago right before Nvidia earnings, and I said if the earnings turn out to be really good, I can see Nvidia going to 200 before the end of the year or early next year. That prediction still stands. However, when I look at the earnings, they were excellent. They were wonderful. The reaction of the market was a bit strange, and I know why. Market was expecting these earnings to be this good regardless. Rather, market was demanding earnings to be this good, and they were expecting it'll be good and then some. Because they have been under promising and over delivering for past 3 or 4 quarters in a row, and that's what market expectation was. Market is very short-sighted, unfortunately, and they can't look at the bigger picture. The investors, these ETF managers and hedge fund managers, because they have to have a quarterly goal met to impress their clients, and that's why they're predicting the market on month-to-month and quarter-to-quarter basis, whereas the long-term investors are not looking at quarter-to-quarter result. I'm not saying the earnings were not good, they were wonderful, but the problem is they in the past, when they said this is our outlook for next quarter, they always promised less and delivered way more than they had already promised, and market was expecting the same thing this quarter. However, Nvidia has grown so much because it has gone up 100% in the past year or so. Of course, it's not going to keep growing at this pace forever. Once the companies get to a certain level, the growth slows down a little. And unfortunately, whether market likes it or not, going forward, every quarter, the growth is going to keep slowing down. That doesn't mean they're not growing. They're growing, but because they're getting bigger now, so their growth is slowing as well. And market needs to understand, and investor needs to understand that, which they probably do. But again, they have their own reasons why they have to look at quarterly, everything on a quarterly basis, because they have to satisfy their clients as well. Whereas the retail investors or retail traders like you and I, just like a common man, we don't have that problem. We can look at the bigger picture of the stock. This is the era of AI, and we all know for the next 10 years, at least bare minimum, 10 to 20 years, AI is going to skyrocket. Everything is going to convert to AI, and all those stocks which are AI related, of course, good companies with good balance sheet, etc., are going to go parabolic, and we need to make sure that we invest in those companies at the right time. If I look at the balance sheet, they have wonderful balance sheet. They have enough funds to run their company. They're growing at a very steady, rather very fast pace, and they're doing awesome. So by looking at the market reaction, I would like to revisit my price target for Nvidia. I think Nvidia is probably with the disappointment the market is showing on Nvidia, I think Nvidia is going to go up another 30%, the most, given that they don't announce something big which is going to make the stock run. In the short term, it's going to go another 30% in my opinion. If they make another announcement which is more like a good news for Nvidia, then of course my price target is the same. It's going to be $200 by the end of this year or early part of the next year. So that's my update on Nvidia. By the way, their balance sheet looks amazing. Their strategy, their outlook for next quarter was wonderful. If you listen to the call, I couldn't listen to the whole thing. As I said, I'm just crazy busy. I don't have time because the calls are pretty long. So I just listened to bits and pieces. And I think Nvidia is one of those companies which is at the very early stage of their growth, and it has a lot more room to run and grow. So when I look at Nvidia, it reminds me of Apple. When Apple phones first came, I know these market analysts were like always saying, well, how many people are going to buy next Apple phone, and how many people are going to, so this company is doomed and it's dead. And look where Apple has gone in the past so many years, ever since these market analysts were like bad mouthing Apple. I think Nvidia, Palantir, Bitcoin, these are all advanced technologies, the new times technologies. I think they have a long way to run. And 10 years, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, even two years from now, we'll be looking back and we'll be biting ourselves and say, darn it, why didn't I get into these stocks? So Those of you who are young or old, doesn't matter. Like I'm old, I'm 46 years old. I have maybe another 10, 15 years before I can just chillax and not do anything. I can invest into these stocks if I'm still living in 15 years, and I could be filthy rich. Those of you who are young, 2 5 year time frame, may Allah bless you with health and long life, is not a long time for you to become where you want to be. And this is the right time to invest in some of these technologies which are very at a very early stage. As I said, Nvidia, Palantir, Bitcoin, Tesla. Of course, it's not at a very early stage, but it's still in the run. Okay, that's Nvidia. Next, Bitcoin. What can I say? Congratulations. And I'm happy for all of you who invested. And I'm sad for myself because I missed the boat. I did not invest in Bitcoin. I didn't have the money, so I couldn't buy any. And at this price, honestly, I don't feel like buying right now. Maybe if there's a pullback next year, it comes down to $70,000, $80,000. Maybe I'll buy a couple coins, but not right now because I don't have cash again. All my money is tied up, and the little bit of money that I have is not enough to buy Bitcoin anyway because it has gotten so expensive. So of course, everybody predicted, everybody knows the story that it's going to go to $100,000 before the end of the year, but I feel like it's probably going to go to $102,000, $104,000. Of course, there's a human psychology that when it hits $100,000, there's going to be a sell down pressure because those of you who are trying to have a short-term gains and you might have need for that money, people are going to buy, okay, it's at 3 digits, let's just sell it, and they are going to sell it. But then new buyers will get in who are waiting on the sideline to buy back, and then they will ride the wave to maybe next $5,000-$10,000 on the Bitcoin. I'm happy for you. Congratulations, very happy for you. My Muslim friends, if you think that this woman is very persistent with buying Bitcoin and wallahi it's haram, it's not haram. And I will record a video, and I know I keep saying this, but I also mentioned that I'm very busy. It's going to happen after the holidays. So I have a series of videos coming, and then you guys can decide whether you think it's haram or halal by me explaining and giving you the Sharia jurisprudence and the Sharia history of how the finance and currency worked in Islam or in Christianity or Judaism. So I don't even call it Islamic financing or Islamic economics. I call it ethical financing because all the religions they have preached the same thing in the past. So yes, Muslims, if you are in doubt, I would say if you have the money, buy the Bitcoin. It's not haram. Wallahi, I swear to God, it's not haram. And please don't waste your time and don't stay behind because you think it's not permissible in Islam. It is absolutely permissible form of currency. That's Bitcoin. Now, Tesla, of course. Tesla is my favorite. Because I'm invested into it. Of course, I have my bias, but no, when I record a video without any bias because I know Tesla could pull down, but I always say never bet against Tesla. Even if it does pull down, it's gonna right back up, very shortly. Of course, for the past 2 or 3 years, it's been just trading sideways, but that was just a phase that it had to go through. It broke its resistance of $348, which was a very tough resistance to break. And it went up to $361 right before I started recording this video. I don't know where it is right now, but that resistance has broken, which means, as I said in my previous videos, there is nothing stopping Tesla from going to $400 to $415, $16, $17. That's because it has open floor. It can just run as high as it wants. And I know lots of people want to buy Tesla because they know there is so much coming in the future and next year that there is no stopping for Tesla. It's gonna run. Of course, there will be small, minor corrections, minor pullbacks. Well, I shouldn't say correction, minor pullbacks, which you want to have pullbacks because they're healthy for a stock. But then those pullbacks are going to be filled with new buyers right away, instantly, and it's going to sky right back up. So 347 is broken. The resistance line has broken. Next stop, in my opinion, is $400 to $415. Let's see if my prediction is correct or not, because I think there's no other resistance unless it builds a resistance somewhere while it's running, it creates a new resistance, then of course we have to look out for that. But as of right now, at this moment, I think it has open floor and it could keep going. I have lots of hopes with the stock market, and I am very bullish and enthusiastic about the whole thing. Next year is going to be wonderful for those who are investing, even for those who are day traders or swing traders. I don't do options. I'm not very good at it, and I feel like I'm too old to play that kind of risky plays. I know that's where the money is, but I'm old-fashioned, straightforward. Buy the stock, hold it, and then sell it at a higher price. That's how I have been doing it. That doesn't mean that you guys can't do this. Go ahead, play options if you want to. It's obviously a quick way of making money. For me, I'm content with whatever I have, and I'm happy. Though I am not content that I don't have Bitcoin. I'm gonna keep bringing that up because, oh, how could I miss that? You know, it went down to $19,000 not too long ago. I think it was a year ago, 2 years ago. And I wanted to buy at least one Bitcoin then because I had a prediction that it might go down to $12,000, $13,000. It never hit 13,000, but it was at $18,000, $19,000. I could have somehow come up with that kind of money, but I don't know. I guess I was just hoping that it will go pull back even more, like another $3,000, $4,000 now buy in, and I missed the opportunity, and I feel like I'm missing it again. But right, again, as I said, even now I can't afford to buy a coin because I don't have $100,000 to buy one coin. And then the other turnoff for me was I had bought a fraction of Bitcoin and then Dogecoin and all those cryptocurrencies when FTX was newly announced. And of course, it was endorsed by all the players and celebrities, and I just put my money into it, though it was a small amount. But with the FTX fraud, I lost all that money, and that was just a turnoff for me to go to crypto route. And that's why I never invested into it. I wanted to make sure that I stick with the stocks because I felt it's more safe right now. And because crypto is at such an early stage, Bitcoin is still, at the very early time of its experiment. 10 years is not that long time for something this big to be introduced in the market, as the prediction is it's going to go up to probably $1 million to $1.5 million by 2030. So if you invest 100,000 today, in next 5 years, you'll be $1.5 million rich. So if you have the money, of course, buy a Bitcoin, but make sure that you use the secure platform. Better yet, you buy a coin and keep it in cold storage, safe. However, make sure that you have a backup, because if you lose your key, then you lose the coin. And not your, as there's a phrase in the cryptocurrency, not your key, not your coin, then no one's gonna give it to you. Please let me know about your thoughts. Please let me know what you think of Nvidia, Tesla, and Bitcoin. Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please give my video a thumbs up, and good luck out there. I'm happy for you guys, and I'm happy for myself as well. Though I missed the boat in some stocks, but I'm still doing great in some of the other stocks that I hold. So until next video, take care.